I am Lucifer, the light bearer. My magnificent gift to humanity is the absolute absence of morality. Nothing restricts me. I transgress every law, I burn the sacred books and constitutions. No religion can contain me. I destroy all theories and cause all dogmas to explode. The depths of the depths of the depths, no one lives any deeper than I do. I am the source of all abysses. I am the one who gives life to dark grottos, the one who knows the center around which turn all densities. I am the viscosity of everything that vainly attempts to be definite, the supreme strength of magma, the stench that denounces the hypocrisy of perfumes, the carrion mother of every flower, the corrupter of vain minds, swallowed in perfection. No peace with me, no peaceful little home, no candle gospels, no sugar virgin for the clapping arms of hairy nuns. I don't really defecate on the leprous birds of morality. I do not forbid myself from imagining the prophet and all fours being mounted by a horny donkey. I am the ecstatic songster of innocence, the champion of all the melody. The nail of my finger, delighted slides open the belly of an innocent, so I can dip my breath in his strife.
Hey kids, how you doing? My name is Blues Man. Now we have a beautiful show here tonight. We have wonderful guests, wonderful surprises, and we are about to introduce to you that interstellar soul brother that you have grown to love. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause. Rub your genitalia and smell your hand. It's King Khan. Hello, everyone. It's me, your intergalactic soul brother, King Khan. I am broadcasting live from the beautiful Berlin. We have a wonderful show for you tonight, and it's all a part of the Global Solidarity Forever Foundation that I have started with the amazing Malik Rahim in New Orleans, Algiers, 15th Ward. We want to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there in New Orleans. We got people from Berlin, we got people from Bern, Switzerland, and from Los Angeles, my co-host, the very beautiful and ghastly woman that is known as Jenny Messah. Come on out, Jenny.
Hi! I'm ready to do some spiritual healing.
Yes, we are ready. So for those out there who don't know what this is all about, we are using the Black Power Tarot deck, a tarot deck that I've created with artist Michael Eaton with the help of our spiritual guide, Alejandro Jodorowsky. And basically, we're going to be reading the cards for a very special man. For all of you out there, he was born in Switzerland in 1847. He was frozen in a test tube after the test tube was invented in 1848. And we gave birth to him. I was actually in the room in Switzerland with Aldous Huxley and...
you cut the cord.
I cut the cord. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to tell you that this man, I've known this man for almost more than half my life. He put out my first album on his wonderful record label, Voodoo Rhythm. And you may have seen him in many incarnations. He used to be Lightning Beat-Man until something happened to him. We're going to find out exactly what happened to him to transform him from a beam of lightning to a reverend. And so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out the Beat-Man.
All right.
Yeah!
The Reverend.
Hey, Black Snake, what's up?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, Jenny.
Hi, Beat-Man. Glad you're here. Can't wait to get some of that rhythm and blues.
Yeah, last time we saw us in Tokyo, right? That's the last time.
Oh, yeah, my
Tokyo.
birthday, actually.
Oh, wow.
There's a cake, face smashing in the cake, and Beat-Man's had a beautiful fucking pit of Japanese punks. It was amazing.
A Japanese butt on my face, or what?
Yeah.
All right. So, Beat-Man, how are you? How was Bern?
It's starting, the weather gonna change. It was hot, and I think it's gonna -1 or something like that tomorrow. It's gonna be super cold. It's raining and thunder and lightning outside. If the connection is gonna be bad, it's because of that.
It's because of God.
It's God.
Sorry,
God.
The goddess. The goddess. Yes, exactly. So, Beat-Man, I met you. Now, the first time we met, you invited me to do voodoo at your wedding.
Yeah, and, you did.
Yeah, and then you
that turned out really bad, I tell you.
He's still married.
he's married to his job. Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a little glimpse of God over there. Yeah, so I remember one of my fondest memories is first visiting you, Beat-Man, in Zafaraya, which is a very enchanted land. And for all you viewers out there, Zafaraya was occupied territory next to a highway in Bern, Switzerland. That when did they start that?
I think they started in the mid-'80s. There was a big youth revolution in Bern, Switzerland, and this was a part of it. Kind of the starting part was at Zafaraya. It's called the Zaf. Before we didn't have any places to play rock and roll and punk rock music, so they kind of squatted everything, and they. This sounds now like it's normal, but back then, back in the days, it was not normal at all. It was big youth riots in Bern, like 10,000 people. Oh, it's beautiful bad was that, And so they moved into the highway, and I moved into this kind of squat, and I lived there a couple of years.
Wasn't there something that happened where the police were wanting to kick them out? But then a bunch of elementary school kids, didn't they all come to the Zafaraya and like protest or something, or sit in front of it?
Yeah. There was like 10,000 kids in front of the city. Couldn't do anything. The cops, They said it's too many. It's too many kids. We have to do something in town. So,
what year was this?
In 1984 or 85 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All you Americans out there, you can take a lesson from this beautiful portrayal. The children were protesting and fighting for protecting the hippies, the Mad Max hippies.
Oh, yeah, that's true, huh?
Yeah, we had a total right-wing government back then. We have to say that. So it needed a change. So
beautiful. So when I met you at the wedding, we had a very, very beautiful time. And actually, my wife and I wanted to move to Zafaraya. And we actually, Sabaloo, our baby, was like 1 year old. And I remember hanging out in Zafaraya, and there was this like Mutoid Waste group, this like Mad Max punk bunch of people on bikes, on like motorbikes, and I remember I cut my finger, and I made a joke, and I was like, oh, maybe we should feed it for my kid so that she can get a taste of blood. and that joke actually just toed the ice with all the Mad Max Mad Max punks. I mean, I remember they had tattoos of muscle sinews and
Mel
Gibson, and
they're still existing. They're still existing. Right. They're from Rimini in Italy, and there was Andy from the Hormonauts was in there, and Johnny from Scotland. Those guys all together. It was a crazy bunch of people, amazing, super creative, and they have something like we lived in, so something like that, a squatted place, and they.
I remember. Creative. I remember that when there was the Takeles squat in Berlin. the mutated waste actually went to Russia and they stole an old fighter plane. They actually stole a plane, no joke, and they brought it to Berlin.
Yeah. That must be them. That must be them.
Yeah. They're that amazing bunch of
Crazy
people.
fact.
Yeah. So I remember one time I was when I was at the wedding, or preparing for the wedding, for your wedding. There was it was harvest time, and everyone in Zafraya had these giant pot plants hanging in their little train wagons and like old '60s buses converted into houses. And I remember I got really stoned, and I was crossing the
Charlie?
and I heard Charlie. Charlie scared
Charlie
the shit out
Molotov.
of me.
Charlie Molotov originals from Bern.
He
Yeah.
made it from Vietnam.
Charlie, yeah. Charlie was incredible. Charlie was a performer, a fire shooter.
Oh, yeah.
And it was said that in his heyday, he could shoot like 10 meters or something of fire out of his mouth. And he was also making strange psychedelic creams. And I remember...
What was it? Is it topical?
Made out of little animals, kind of something he found somewhere. So. Oh, that was it.
That was it.
Oh,
wait,
I love that.
Wait. You get it from the top of a poison toad.
Come on. So yeah, we were licking toads, and no, but I remember when I'm actually a woman who became Sabalu's godmother, Kat analog.
Kat?
K-A-T, Kat. And she was living there, and I was hanging out with her, and she was like, "Hey, you want to try some Flugsalbei," which means flight cream. Yeah. And it was this like, this green like cream with like little black dots in it. And then I was like, what is this? Like, how do you take it? And she's like, oh, it's a mix of different types of belladonna and tulkersha and like all these psychedelic plants that are around all over Europe. And so she was like, just rub it on your wrists, you know. And so I rubbed it on both wrists, and I'm like, how long is it gonna take? And she's like, I don't know, I've never tried it.
That's a classic setup. Norm Macdonald setup.
I was totally the first person to try this flight cream, and it's actually from a witch's recipe book that Charlie had been given as part of his circus family, and it has all these recipes. And I remember I started feeling it probably within a half an hour, and then it was very psychedelic. And some of my best times I remember with you were, you know, in that incredible that makeshift. You had 2 train wagons connected. You had a giant kitchen.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We had a little stage where bands could play on it. We had a bar and everything. So, and me and Janosch, we lived together. Janosch from the Monsters, and we had barbecue parties, and that was just like
it was
amazing.
fantastic. It was fantastic.
It's like, I remember Abner J had a similar thing in America where he like did that caravan and like he went across America with the caravan and like put the stage down, and he would just like play everywhere.
You know what? I would maybe say that Beat-Man is like the Abner J of
totally.
Switzerland.
Totally.
No, once I went.
Are you depressed? Are you depressed?
No, once
grasshoppers.
In the early 90s, I was a huge Hazel Atkins fan, so I traveled
That's
to the
my
US.
People.
Yeah. So
Appalachia.
is it? No,
West Virginia. It's from the same county as I'm from.
Wait, can we get Jenny?
I'm Appalachian from.
Jenny, can you say that poem that we love?
Oh yeah. This is comes from the Appalachian Mountains. I once knew a girl from Salt Lake City. She got 2 quart legs, 2 rubber titties. She runs off electricity, burns off gas. She got a V8 pussy and a Cadillac ass.
Woo!
Beautiful.
Yes.
We love that.
Hazel Atkins was also a very big hero of mine growing
up.
Yeah.
Same.
And Bloodshot Bill, you know, came from the same city, and I remember hearing a tape that Hazel Atkins' girlfriend sent to Bloodshot Bill after he had passed of recorded telephone conversations with Bloodshot Bill and Hazel Atkins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow. No,
And so you went there.
I went there, yeah. I tried to search him. You know, there was no internet and nothing. He
Yeah.
had no telephone or nothing. But
Inter what?
then, inter what? Yeah.
Inter what?
Yeah, it was told that it's a folklore in West Virginia where my dad's from, but he's like
Yeah,
that he recorded his first record on cardboard.
yeah. It could
Which
be,
is like
could be, could
insane.
be.
I'm not kidding. That's like what people say.
My favorite story about Hazel is that when he heard Elvis Presley for the first time,
Yeah.
because it didn't say Elvis Presley and a band.
Yeah,
He thought that
yeah, yeah.
Elvis was playing all the instruments at the same
Oh,
time.
Totally.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
He's
like, I
beautiful
can do
to know
that.
Yeah, come on. Yeah,
Okay, and enough with the butt shots here.
Brought to you by
know what?
Hendrix.
Oh,
no, we're not doing any
whoa.
product placement. No
A
product
fellow.
placement. But Jimi Hendrix's favorite gin was actually a different brand.
Oh, I thought that's where you were going with it. Sorry.
No,
No.
I know. I took a little U-turn.
Yeah,
let's
you
you know
did.
what? Let's say hi to Pietro, our
Yeah.
our Wizard of Oz. Pietro, what are you doing right now? Why don't you come on out and say hello to everyone? You know,
He's probably too stoned to know.
he has a little bit of
Hey,
a.
whoa.
Oh,
shit.
We want some pussy.
Hey. Oh,
I'm sorry, man. I'm just back here setting the controls to the heart of the sun, baby.
Oh wow! All right, you're.
Hey,
you're
look,
getting all
two big
you're
hairs
Sid
on
Barrett
top.
this. Oh.
How we doing? How's Reverend Beat-Man? It's so good to see you, brother.
Great to see you, man.
So, all right, we're gonna take a little break right now, and we're gonna see we have a transmission from Jeff Clark from the Demon's Claws. We have actually immersed him in a saltwater bath in a self-deprivation tank, and given him a chance to make some music. And we're actually we've got things connected to his brain that we can actually visualize what's happening there right now as he's immersed in salt water. So we're gonna take a little voyage into the mind of Jeffrey Clark. That's right, Demon's Claws, Hell Shovel. He's a Canadian mystic. And Black Lips, yes. He's a Canadian mystic. He's a man of many skins.
Faces.
I don't even. Yeah, many faces, many layers of flesh, of fungus, of
No blood.
smell. Yeah. So here we go. Let's go into Jeff's mind. Here we go, and we're gonna be back, and we're gonna start reading some tarot cards. The Beat Man.
All right.
All right, we are back.
Oh my God.
So,
Fuck.
Beat-Man. So these are my tarot cards that I've made
Okay.
from. Now I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Tell me, give me 3 numbers from 1 to 22.
7, 11, 9.
All right, 7-Eleven. So are you hungry?
Yeah.
No. Those aren't the numbers, Pietro. Here we go. All right. Actually, this is slightly too distracting. This Indian music. All right. So the first card you pulled is number 10. This is the card of Malcolm X. Now, this card here, that's right. Now, in this card, what we see here is Malcolm X in 3 different parts of his life. On the top is when he was a pimp and a hustler and a drug addict. On the side is when he's descending, is when he joined the Nation of Islam here. And then the one on the other side is him ascending into heaven, and when he became the saint Malcolm, shortly before he got assassinated. So what this card is all about is actually the movement, right? And now if you look at the card, there is a lever that is in the middle of the card. So what is missing in this card is movement, right? This wheel has stopped. It's become stuck. So what this card is about is you are the person who has to keep the movement going, right? And that goes to everyone out there. You know, after Malcolm's death and assassination, there was the movement got stuck, and it was required from everyone to continue that movement. So what this card is actually about is two things. In one sense, it's you are the one who continues the movement, and the other thing is that you may be stuck yourself and need someone else to pull that lever and continue the movement. So that was the first card that you pulled. We're just going to look at each card individually, and then we're going to look at them together, and we'll talk about what the reading is all about. So the second card that you chose is Temperance, the number 14, Curtis Mayfield.
Is
Now,
it? Yes.
I've often said that Beat-Man's voice, a lot of ways, you know, so sweet, so tender, you know. So this card here is about balance. And what we see in this card is an androgynous angel version of Curtis Mayfield. And as you see, he's pouring water with these 2 jugs in between the jugs. So this water is a symbol of love in the tarot. And so what this card is about is that you find your balance by putting the amount of love, watering the amount of love that you in different parts of your life. You know, you give more water here, some water there, but in this process of giving water to the things that you love, giving love to all the parts of your soul, you find a sense of balance. And now the last card that you chose is the Moon, number 18.
Is that good or bad or what?
That's there's no good or bad. It's
No, that's
the
good.
moon.
Right?
The
I'm
moon.
safe.
The moon is an interesting card because it's Billie Holiday up there in the moon, and
I like that. Okay.
what it shows is the roller coaster of emotion, right? And the celebration at night. You know that you're a night creature like I am. You know, and we both like to howl at the moon. You know, as loud as possible sometimes. And that little crawfish that's crawling out of the murk. You know, that's the unknown things that the mysteries of the night that come and enchant us. You know, while we howl at the moon. This card is also about the roller coaster of like being incredibly high and happy and exploding with joy, and then subsequently the fall and the opposite of that, and being really miserable and sad. So
Yeah.
this kind of represents a schizophrenia almost in each of our souls.
Shit, you got me.
Yeah. So now what we're gonna do now is look at the 3 cards together. Now I'm gonna hold them up here, and Pietro, you can put me on the screen here so we can see all cards together. All right. So here we have. Now, if you look at this, what I'm seeing here is that the balance that Beat-Man that you have in your life is from these 2 extremes. In one extreme, you have incredible joy and madness. coupled with, a bit of a roller coaster into sadness, and so on one side of your balance is this craziness. On the other side of the balance is being the one who who makes the movement. Now, Beat-Man, I know that you're very good at making movements, all sorts of different movements, right? But this is about you continuing the mission, and taking it upon yourself to help people get unstuck. And let's get Beat-Man back over here. What do you think about that? Does that resonate with you at all, Beat-Man?
No, totally, yes. I'm a maker. I do things, and I'm a giver. I give so much, so it's like that's it. Yeah, you got me. You got me there.
The beautiful thing about this, the Malcolm X card too, is that it also it actually recognizes the need for the other, right? And Jodorowsky likes to say the other with a capital O, So you yourself, for example, and I guess myself included too, we rely on people to make us unstuck, to keep us moving,
Yeah,
and
I collect people. I collect unique people. So I love you people in general. So I I have so many great people around me. So it blows me away. It gives me a power. So to go on, definitely. So
it's a beautiful. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Please hide that man. Um, yes, exactly. You are a collector of souls, and I feel like the movement that you've been continuing is the rock and roll movement. Like ever since I've
yeah.
known you, you've been actually. I mean,
It's
you
an
started off.
amazing family. The rock and roll family
It
is just
is.
amazing, and it's
It's
worldwide.
incredible.
And it's open up with the internet. It's amazing. I can travel all over the world, and I find people who thinks like me, and they think like you. It's like
Yeah,
it's insane. We don't need borders at all. So I figured that out. It's really when you travel around and you see people like you and me, and
exactly.
you don't need that. So we are
It's
all
it,
a little family. So it's great.
it's a beautiful thing, and what I started recently with Malik Rahim was the global solidarity forever, and I feel like the rock and roll community that we have has been doing that global solidarity, supporting
Yeah.
each other, supporting each other's causes, being there in times of need, and I feel like this pandemic, it's given all of us a very big mirror to look at ourselves and decide what we want to do with our time, with so much time. Suddenly, we all have free time, and
Yeah.
and of course, there's different situations of peril. Different levels of peril. People losing their jobs. People like what. I was wondering, what advice do you want to give to people out there who are dealing with this insurmountable amount of time and wondering what to do?
No, it can definitely disturb you a lot now with COVID-19 time. When you lose all your money, maybe you lose your apartment, you lose your job, and you don't have money no more, and this can fuck a lot of things up, I guess. But
It's
I
pretty
think
crazy.
it is crazy. Not for me, for example. I can play somewhere, I can play the guitar, make a little bit money and stuff like that. But there are people, they are who working in the system, they are like, and they are fucked. But I think it's important to look at the bright side of the life and just keep on going. We are in a change at the moment. Everything is changing. You don't have to be a prophet to see that. So we are definitely in a change. And why not go with the change? Go with the flow and try to make the best out of it. So I
How do you
guess.
feel like your country, Switzerland? I mean, how have they reacted and helped the people? Like, is there a lot of support that the government and all that kind of stuff is giving to the people?
Yeah, we have. Our government is fantastic. I have to say that. I would never say that. I would never dream to say something like that in my life. But we have 7 presidents. Just to tell you guys, people in the world, we have not one president. We have 7 presidents. So they have to
Wow.
agree to something, and they did a great choice. They said, "Hey, okay, stay home. Only 4 people together. Blah 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 blah. All that stuff." And everybody followed, and everything was clear, and we didn't have a heavy lockdown. We could go out, and there was like
Is
three
there
months. 3 months
Is
of
there
jogging. Everybody went jogging, sports, and so it was insane.
wow. And so is the Flugsaal by helping the people of Switzerland? Is there psychedelics running rampant through the streets?
You know that the funny thing was also the 7 presidents. They said, if you smoke a joint, please don't pass it around. So smoke it by
Ah,
yourself. That's no joke. The president of
that's
Switzerland said that. So.
that's amazing. While he
Because
was eating
they
like 12
knew,
Toblerones. He was eating
yeah,
12
but they knew
Toblerones in one.
everybody in the lockdown was smoking pot and taking drugs.
Right.
That's for sure. So, and
Okay.
they
Yeah.
said, please buy from your local dealer. Don't buy from this. It's like just stay with the people you know. So
That's beautiful.
it's
That's amazing.
amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, we also see now like our brothers and sisters in America are getting the marijuana is being legalized in a lot of places, which is probably helping a lot for people out there. Even though they're gonna crack down on that stuff, it seems. But yeah, what hope do you see for people in America right now? Do you what kind of message you want to send to them? Because I feel like they're the ones right now who are really worrying about what's happening in the world.
I'm not there, so I don't see that. But my family is there, so I'm really concerned as well. So what's going on? When I see in the news, so I try to watch different news, also pro Trump, against Trump stuff, and see kind of the picture. But it looks pretty fucked up, I would say. So, but
Yeah,
uh, but
it's scary.
I know the history of the Americans, so they are really strong people. They can really come together and change something and do something. They always did, and I really hope this time they really get up and
Yes,
really
we
do
will. I'm in
something.
America. We will do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like crying right now. I'm like, it's like so special. I'm like,
oh,
it's so
that's beautiful.
special. It really is. It's like American people are resilient, and I've always told people this. Like, we are the news of the world. Like, people don't know other news. When I travel, I see people not knowing, like, Americans not knowing other countries' news, but like if you go to any country, they don't know any other news but the American news. So that's something that's specific to me because I am American on this show, but it is
Well,
interesting.
I think there's so many fucked up things happening in America. Like this is the first time in my life that I knew, for example, the name of Betsy DeVos. Because
Oh,
of her,
Betsy
her
DeVos, yeah,
evil.
education.
Like I never
Yeah.
knew the names of any of the Minister of
But come on,
Education. But their
like people don't
incompetence
know.
is it's internationally known about how incompetent they are.
It was so
But
beautiful.
I feel though at the same time that right now, look at the protests that are happening all over the world. Especially in America. Finally the
Yeah.
police are kind of rearing their ugly, truthful,
That
racist faces.
that is something we probably don't want to dive too far into the show, but there is something really specific about the America complex and the world knowing everything about it.
How about we get Beat-Man to pick up the guitar and
Yes!
a little prayer for all
Yes,
our
please.
sisters
We
out
need
there.
it.
Here we go.
Thanks.
Here we go. Pietro, put them on there.
Warte, warte! Nur ein Weilchen! Oh! Bald kommt der böse Mann! Oh! Mit seinem kleinen Hackebeilchen! Oh! Und macht Hackefleisch aus dir. That was my prayer. I'm sorry. It's a short prayer.
That was so beautiful.
That was wonderful. That was beautiful.
I was like, give me the fucking power, I beg of thee.
You know what? I love B-Man. When did you turn Mongolian? Where did this
Yeah, right?
the throat singing?
Yeah. I don't know when. Yeah. I do that in a couple shows. I really have throat singing songs now.
So good.
I know it just came out. So I don't know.
I gotta say that the last time I saw you play, we were on a boat in Vietnam.
Vietnam. Yeah, we were all there
And-
together.
Oh yeah.
You played this soul song, this soul ballad.
Oh, beautiful.
What is
I'll
the
take
name
care
that
of
song?
you. I'll take care of
Yes.
you.
Care of you. You know. That's one thing I gotta tell you, Beat-Man, that I love you so much, and that
I do.
ever since I've known you, you're just one of the most romantic people that I've ever met. You're full of love. And at the same time,
teaching.
when you get on stage and you talk about how your mother fucked in and then the cousin fucked the grandpa, and you make light of your very twisted family history.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Hey, we're from the same place. I'm Appalachian, so they fucked up. We fucked each other's cousins too.
I remember when Beat-Man has heads. I mean, when a man has 3 heads, you need 7 presidents to figure out.
Yeah.
Well, America has 50 presidents, so we'll figure that out.
All right, we're gonna take a little beautiful break now with a song from a very interesting man. The song's called "Murder Burgers" by brother David Peel, and we're gonna be back with some more
Fur burgers.
Tarot-Rism.
Money very bad, so we took a gun and killed old Dad. We punched him in the face and we pulled out his teeth, cut up his guts and we chopped up his beef. We took all his dough and decided to go. We had to get rid of the body, so we called up McDonald's and asked them to buy our new chopped beef, so they asked us why. We said it had texture and very good taste, especially the part around the waist. So they came right over and wasted no time. They bought old Dad for a nickel and a dime. Chopping up all the boys and the girls. Now we'll listen to all you girls and lads. If you want to make money, just chop up your dad. Bye, Mom.
Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody for my own. I'm lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. Wish I had someone to call on the phone. That's a soldier, a lonely soldier, away from home, through the wish of my own. That's why I'm lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I wish that I could go back home. Letters, never a letter. I get no letters in the mail. Forgotten, yeah, forgotten. Oh, how I wonder, how is it I fare? I'm a soldier, a lonely soldier, away from home, through the wish of my own. That's why I'm lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I wish that I could go back home.
Oh!
That's amazing. Black
How
Snake.
beautiful!
Wow, didn't know.
Man, for all you viewers out there, that was Beat-Man's son Chet and my daughter Sabaloo when they were probably like 15 years old. And man, I gotta say something, Beat-Man. You know, ever since I've seen you play the father and mother for Chet. You know, and I feel like he's really lucky to have such a wonderful dad. And,
Thank you. That's so sweet.
How is Chet doing these days?
That's how beautiful it's to see how they grow up, you know. He's 19 now, he's almost moved out, so he's kind of here and moving out. I just let him go, so, you know, it's like my mother always told me, so if you want to keep your kids, you have to let them go. Let them go.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then they'll come
Exactly.
back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what I try to do, so it's beautiful.
You know,
he's a rapper. My son is a rapper.
I remember in Reno,
Yes.
our Reno adventure, where
Yeah.
Beat-Man played his son his rap,
we were
and we were like,
blasting it.
we were
We were
like,
singing
me and
along.
Eric were in the back, like freaking out. And
Oh,
it was
man.
so good,
Yeah,
and you were so
Chet-
proud. It was beautiful.
He's
Yeah,
magical.
it's beautiful. Yeah.
We spent some really wonderful times in Beat-Man's kitchen where Beat-Man would pull out an entire chicken in a can. Remember that? You made
A beer
you
can?
made chicken in a can, and he just like flopped it onto the. It was delicious.
Yeah, and Sabaloo made caramel.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
She's a
Sabaloo
great
making sweets.
cook. She's an amazing cook.
is.
She can make stuff.
She
So.
is. She
No,
is. She
Sabaloo
is.
is a. Your kids are amazing, Black Snake. Just to tell you, I'm in love with your kids. They're super
Man,
cool.
they're wonderful. And they love you, you know. And I think that
Can I
one
ask?
thing that,
Can I ask, as a person who's outside of it, like, when was that song recorded, and also how did it happen, and why did it happen?
It's a great story. Beat-Man, we were staying with Beat-Man, my family, and Beat-Man was playing a show in a street festival. And I told them that I wanted to come on and do a song with him. And so Sabaloo and Chet were practicing this thing like secretly. So then when Beat-Man introduced me, then suddenly Sabaloo and Chet went on stage and sang it. And Beat-Man was like almost
so
crying.
good.
No, so sweet. No, my heart broke. I was in tears.
My heart was breaking when I was watching it. I was crying.
No, and they got dressed up. They were dressed up like super cute, you know, really hot. Like, what the fuck?
Mr. Lonely, like the saddest song in the world.
Oh
Yes,
man, it was so beautiful. I remember when we were hanging out in the kitchen, the kids would be playing with they were just playing with a bottle of water. Remember, they were just flipping bottles of water.
Yeah. For hours.
Flip cup. It's
For
like
hours.
flip cup.
Yeah.
That was like their entertainment.
No stuff. It's like just like. It's great.
You don't need video games when you have a bottle of water.
Yeah.
What do both of your children think about each other? Have you guys ever asked them about that?
Oh, they're like brothers and sisters, pretty much. You know.
Oh,
That's one thing too. That's beautiful. That the last time we hung out with Chet, you know, Chet was just so lovely, and like, you know, really a family kid, you know, and
family affair.
Yeah, and we were going and having cookouts, you know, in Zachariah, you know, and it's just a lot of love.
It's such a beautiful name, Zachariah. Every time you say it, I feel like a tingle of butterflies.
It's a magical place, you know.
The word itself, Zachariah.
It's an Indian word. That's American.
Is that why I
Indian
feel that? Is that why I feel that?
cool.
Because I'm American.
American Indian word.
Zachariah.
Yeah.
No, that's why. I
You can
feel
give a shout
I
out.
don't know what tribe it is, but it's an American Indian.
Shout
Zafariah
out.
Yeah.
has to be
Zafariah.
probably from Mexico, not America. Oh,
That's,
should we go to the
is that-
tomahawks?
Is that yeah? Let's tomahawk talk. So
Tomahawk talk.
this is a tomahawk that was given to me from the Mohawk Indians,
Oh,
and
wow.
that I on the reservation that I spent a lot of time on, Ganawage.
Wow.
We're up north.
This belonged to the father of Adam Chief Potato Fire LeBorn.
Potato fire?
Yeah. It looks like a potato, doesn't it?
It does. It is.
It's Irish. It's an Irish tomahawk.
It's an
Yeah.
Irish hawk. It's a tomahawk. I you know what? Actually,
It's a fighting Irish tomahawk.
when I was the first band that I was playing, it was called the Space Shits, and
I love that band, by the way.
Yeah,
Sorry.
good.
Winter
Thank you.
Wonderland is like one of the best records of all time.
You mean Winter Dance
It
Party?
is.
Sorry, Winter Dance Party. Come on, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, it is a long time ago. It was like over 20 years.
But Winter Dance Party is so sick.
An interesting thing was that when we were playing shows when we were teenagers, so one of our like brothers was a Mohawk Indian named Jay Montour, may he rest in peace. And we were born on the same day. He was born in '69. I was born in '77. And because of his presence, and also we had all the juvenile delinquents of our city come to our shows, and bring raw meat and firecrackers and get us kicked out of every venue that we were playing back then. But for me, I got a lot of my confidence on stage because of this presence of our Mohawk brothers. And I'm wondering when was
And the
when was it
Mohawk
that
actually became a punk symbol.
yeah, that too, yeah. But
Yeah.
B-Man,
Through,
when did you, or how did you develop like a confidence on stage? When did that start happening for you?
I'm sorry?
When did you develop a sense of confidence and to be this character or be on stage and project Beat-Man? When did that happen to you?
I was I was a shy boy, shy boy in school. I couldn't talk really good, so I had problems. So once I went with my girlfriend to America for a half year to travel around the States with a tent and buying a cheap car. And so I went to Los Angeles and I saw Lucha Libre for the first time.
Ah,
Yes.
cool.
And so I thought, wow, fuck, this is great. So I bought myself a wrestling mask, and at home I put it on. I already had, back then I had the band The Monsters, but I wanted to do something different. So I put the mask on, and I became a one-man band. And with the mask, you can be someone else. So I became Lightning Beat-Man.
My wife actually saw you play in Castle in like the late '90s, and you had the apartment wrestling.
Yeah, that was just too insane. The whole tour, the whole concept. We wanted to go more crazy than we are. So we want to totally go over the edge, do something.
Like push beyond their boundaries.
Yeah,
Save the Jake Roberts.
Yeah, just do whatever we
So
never
good. Lightning Beat-Man is so amazing.
We never would do. But it was just too much, so for me. So I'm not a Iggy Pop. I'm not a Chi Allen. I'm just a beat man. So,
Yeah.
so I lost my voice. I broke all my bones. I almost died. And
I remember. I think that wasn't it in Castle that you had a really serious accident on stage or something with the Lightning Beat.
No, it started a couple shows before. It was in Berlin. I cut my hands. And Robert or Pantichrist, he also broke his hand. It's like, and then I lost my voice. The back was broken, and everything was just fucked up. We're completely.
That's from apartment wrestling.
Yeah, and then in Amsterdam, my nose broke because someone beat me up, and
No way.
blah, blah, blah. And it never.
Is that why you
ended.
look so handsome?
Yeah.
He's got that soul glow.
No, he's got rock and roll surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my last, it was not the last show. After this tour, I did my last show. It was in an art center in Switzerland, and they hired me to make a performance. make an art performance. And I said, yeah, but my art performance is very extreme. You know, it's not normal. And they say, oh, this is good. Extreme is really good. It's art. It's art.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I went there. So I did my Like the Beat-Man show, and I stepped on the salad buffet, you know, and I throw the salad buffet on the art. I took the art and destroy all the paintings in the art museum. And then the curator from the art museum, he came and he wanted to kill me. They had to pull him back, and I just keep on going, wrestling, rock and roll, wrestling, rock. And he wanted to kill me. He wanted to kill me. But then I was over, I took the mask off, and I went to him and I said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was my performance. Is that okay? Can I have my money now?
It's so good. I remember when I was in Brooklyn.
But for me, it was that was it. That was it.
It's
you know,
so good.
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much, though. You know.
I'm wondering, was there ever an audience that, like, when you especially like when you perform as the Reverend and you go into this thing about incest and you know, like, and you know, bestiality and whatever, you know, has there ever been an audience where they just did not understand what was happening?
No, I had people who have really problems with this story, with the incest story, you know, when, for example, a girl got raped by his father, you know, it brings memory up, and they come after me and they say, you know, this is fucking bullshit. I hate you for that. So, and this hurts me, of course. So, but it's.
I will actually expand on that because it's like a really insane conversation. But my cousin was actually having that same experience where she was raped by her father, which is a really crazy thing to bring up right now. But you brought it up, and you are a relief for me to like see it presented in like comedic, joyful way that you don't have to be like completely.
You know that actually.
I hope so. I hope so too. I hope.
No,
so
it's
too.
true though. It's really happened.
But it's still a really hurtful experience. I don't want to push that.
But you're presenting it. But you're presenting it in a way to dance and sing and find joy in it.
I try.
And that's why I love you.
There's always a past. You have to get over the past. It's really hard for a lot of people. It's really, really hard. So I can totally understand that, and I feel really sorry. But it's a part of what I'm doing. Maybe. But
you actually you're a reverend. You gave me solace by singing about it and finding joy in it. You know, it really. I'm not even kidding.
There is.
Wrong side. Wrong side.
I got
it. Okay.
Oh, you got to reach in your hand.
Received.
Like,
no, go down.
Oh.
And then.
No. Oh. Actually, that same topic. I was doing a bunch of research about the Lakota Indians, and there was this thing I read about a Heyoka, which is called the Thunder Clown. And in the tribe way back when, there was one member of or maybe two, or someone who was different, who was born strange, maybe a dandy, or maybe someone with different spirits. But their job in the tribe was to be a counselor, and they knew that this person did not belong on the battlefield. So then this person would stay home, with the women and children. Yeah. And then when the warriors would come back from battle, and they would have PTSD from all of the savagery of war, they would have nightmares, and then they would have sessions with the Heyoka where they would tell the Heyoka about the nightmares. They would be like, I saw a dog pissing fire, and it smelled like vinegar, and all this stuff happened in my dream. And the Heyoka would actually reenact the dream in front of the warrior and make the warrior laugh, and that actually was a way of
it's
making
genius.
The hurt.
Really genius.
It changed the hurt into laughter.
Exactly.
And that's what comedy and music is made to happen.
That's why
we can't censor this stuff, because now what's happening is that people are putting all these rules on top of this stuff, and that's when it doesn't become a healing process. It becomes something else, and
it becomes political, and it's not. It's like it's literally just medicine. It's just literally medicine.
It's a war against art
comedy and music is medicine. There's no politics in it.
There's
zero politics.
Definitely.
Let's see that picture.
No politics.
let's see that picture of our Lord Richard Pryor, and we can have a little.
Yes, please. Comedy and medicine in the same photo.
Let's stare into his eyes. Those beautiful eyes. You know, this is the man.
Weird, different, and madness.
Oh,
What?
wait a minute.
Oh, who was that? Who was
Oh
that?
my God, I think we have a celebrity ghost.
Oh,
We have a celebrity ghost in the house. Oh, hey,
Come to find,
celebrity ghost, talk to us.
he even wanted me to carry some of his drugs.
Who wanted to carry drugs? Speak to us.
Wait, actually, I did. I had a reading. I had a reading from Screaming Jay, and he told me something about Beat-Man, and I was like, okay. What do you think about Beat-Man? And this is what he said to me.
Come to find out, behind that voice was a white man. But he had a lot of black soul, so we thanked him anyhow.
Wow, Beat-Man, you just got beatified. You got beatified.
Yeah.
Jay's ghost. Wow. Jay's ghost. Hey, Screaming Jay, have you ever had any experiences with a baboon?
I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I was there. I seen it.
Come on, talk to me. Tell me something funny.
So let's get funky. Chinese say crowded elevator smell different to midget. By a waterfall by UP Standing. The sex mad Russian by Ivan Torotitsov.
He's a stand-up.
He's just telling us about a
Wait.
Wow. Oh. Even as a ghost, he's still good. He's still good.
He's such
Very much so.
You know what?
What a live performer! Amazing.
Can we?
I'm from Cleveland.
Card number 15. Card number 15. The Devil card. Now that's the Screaming Jay card in the Black Tarot.
Hey, here's what he has something to say about black people.
Black people don't get in that until they're dead. And that way they don't have to worry about getting out.
Screaming Jay for me is like probably the biggest
the combination
influence. And I think Beat-Man too, you got a lot of horror elements in your music. When did you hear Screaming Jay the first time, Beat-Man?
I think when I saw him, it's in the mid '80s. Was that he played in Switzerland with his, he looked exactly like that. So it's
so beautiful.
It was like a comedy show. I was blown away. I thought everybody said, "Oh, this is voodoo. This is devil." Screaming Jay Hawkins is a funny comedy show. It's so amazing, so amazing. He's a super entertainer. Great songs.
One of my favorite stories about Screaming Jay was when he played the Detroit the first time, and it was right up at the time that Alan Freed had convinced him to get the coffin, to incorporate a coffin into the.
This is my 18th coffin.
Exactly, he had 18 coffins. And so what happened was that Screaming Jay was not really sure if he wanted to do the coffin thing, but Alan Freed bought him a coffin or lent him some money.
Yeah, exactly. He gives him credit for that.
He played.
Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
He played a show in Detroit at this place called the Flame Club, and it was right after Bo Diddley had played like 5 nights in this club, and Screaming Jay came with his band, and as soon as he started the show, when the coffin opened up and he crawled out of the coffin, everyone in the audience freaked out and left. And so, the promoter was super angry and canceled Screaming Jay, and he called Bo Diddley.
Very much so.
He called Bo Diddley on the phone, and he was like, "Hey, Bo, you want to do another 3 nights at the bar because Screaming Jay just scared the shit out of everyone."
He's like, Screaming Jay goes,
"I'm from Cleveland."
I'm from Cleveland. What do you expect? I'm from.
Man, I've been collecting stories about Screaming Jay all my life, and there's one very incredible story about him playing a show with Etta James in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
And Etta James had a monkey, a pet monkey. And so Screamin' Jay, when he saw the monkey at soundcheck or whatever, he was like, hey, I want you to lend me the monkey so that I have the monkey and I come out of the coffin with the monkey.
Oh,
so,
wow.
of course, the monkey was not really into this idea. But so when Screamin' Jay was on stage and he had all this pyrotechnics, all these like firecrackers all set up, and his girlfriend at the time was the one who was supposed to press the dynamite button when the curtains go up, and then an explosion, and then he comes out of the coffin. So what happened was that she made a mistake and she pressed it too early, and the curtains were halfway rising, and the monkey flipped out and tore out of the coffin and destroyed the bandstand. Like, took instruments and just smashed everything. Ran up the fire escape, went out of the building to a bar next door and destroyed a bar. And then Etta James was given like an $800 fine for letting her pet monkey go nuts. Speaking about animals, B-Man, have you ever fallen in love with an animal? Have you ever been sexually attracted to an animal?
Very much so.
No,
I would just as soon be in bed with a buzzard.
No, sexual not, but my cat. I love my cat over everything. She's
okay.
amazing.
Well, how about this, Pietro? Let's show Beat-Man a sexy animal and see what he thinks about him.
Okay, no.
Pietro.
Where is it?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I would lick her face. I would lick her.
Oh, there we go. How about that? How about that praying mantis dance?
Oh, yes. Oh, that's
look at that. They're dancing. They're dancing.
Be gentle with a cruel smile.
Yeah. Wow.
I actually hallucinated on DMT the first time I did it, and I talked to a praying mantis, and she had a golden crown, and she was like this, like a little bit like you sing.
Hey!
It sounded.
No, this one. Hey, remember when I told you? Wait. No, that was what's his name? Like, what's his name? It was Robin Williams. He's like, this is what a girl sees when a man eats her pussy.
Oh man, that dolphin boy. Me and my daughter Bella. I used to scare her with that dolphin boy. Like, she would be talking to me, telling me something secret or some kind of thing, and I would just flash a picture of this guy. And oh my god, how about a sex? Okay, could you imagine maybe having a relationship with a dolphin with a bit more muscles? Can we see the? Oh, look at that, Beat-Man.
Oh, God. Okay, I can think about that. I am getting near.
So let's get funky.
Let's get froggy. That's right.
I'm from Cleveland.
Cleveland is my place.
Wait, do you have any fond memories of Cleveland, Beat-Man?
No, I was only once there. It was also in the early 90s. But it was
the birthplace of punk, in a way, right?
Yeah, I didn't like it so much. I don't know why.
It's a shithole. That's why they made punk.
It's like the best music comes out of places that are kind of
shit.
The butthole
Yeah, exactly.
of the world.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever eaten at a really good hamburger joint?
I thought you were gonna say, have you ever eaten at a butthole? I was like, oh, are we going that? Are we going?
Look at that. No, have you eaten at a good hamburger joint?
What?
Me? Yes, of course. In many.
Okay. Have you ever had a fur burger?
Fur burger. Never had a fur burger. Tell me what? What is?
Oh my god.
Big, fat, juicy dingleberry fur burger.
Yeah, dingleberry fur burger.
Dingleberry.
That's what I had. It's beautiful. I love that. That's my favorite food. That's good.
The leftover dingleberry fur burger.
Lightning dingleberry fur burger. I see a side project. I see a very nice side project. Live in Bird.
I only speak about the one thing that motivates and keeps the whole damn world going round. Better than money, honey. Fur burgers.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. On this note, I'd like to show Beat-Man a very nice song about Canada, and I want to
Okay.
give a shout out to all the Canadians out there.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, this is. If you want to
It's
stand
not
up,
this one,
you know what? If I stand up, you're gonna see my underwear.
Okay.
But I like to do everything in my underwear. There we go. Oh, look at that crotch. We got a nice crotch rod. Crotch rod.
He's a little. You guys are both a little crotchety.
We're crotchety. Hey, we're crotchety.
Old
sometimes.
men. You're old men. That's what you do.
So let's take a little break here and watch some
Okay.
beautiful tribute to Canada by a
Bring it on.
beautiful, wonderful black
Canada.
woman. I believe her name was BJ.
Just keep it at BJ.
Let's just call her BJ. Yeah, let's give you all a Canadian BJ. Here we go. Come on.
The city's very clean, you see. The people welcome you and me. It is a home away from home. It's Canada, and Canada, and Canada. Folks treat you like a queen, and Canada. They never will be mean, and Canada. They treat you like a king. You feel welcome. It makes you wanna sing. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia is always green. The scenery is like a dream. And PI waters are blue and clear. In Canada, it's really near. And Canada, folks treat you like a queen. And Canada, they never will be mean. And Canada, they treat you like a king. You feel welcome. It makes you wanna sing. New Brunswick and BC coastal shores. Manitoba and Ontario lakes are wide. The rivers do flow from side to side. In Saskatchewan and Canada, and Canada, folks treat you like a queen. And Canada, they never will be mean. And Canada, they treat you like a king. You feel welcome. It makes you wanna sing. You'll see West Edmonton Mall, where fun parks and stores stand tall. You'll see the ice rink glow, to the water park kids can go. In Canada, la la da 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 da. In Canada, la dee 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 dee. In Canada, whoa ho ho ho. Canada, 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 Canada.
was euch kaputt macht. Macht kaputt, was euch kaputt macht. Macht kaputt, was euch kaputt macht.
All right.
Great
Macht
music,
kaputt, was
man.
euch kaputt macht.
Yes.
All
Rio
right,
Reiser is God. God,
He's
just like he's
incredible,
the best. Yeah,
incredible.
yeah. Also, his cheesy stuff, like I love him. That's pure revolution. So
I wanted to talk to you about actually. Switzerland has a very amazing historic past with rock and roll and rebellion, and I
we
remember
don't.
seeing.
No, we
Well,
don't.
no, but what about those? What about those kids that were making those big belt buckles with Elvis on them, and
Yeah,
chains, and they were
it's
dressing like
amazing.
bikers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where
That's
wasn't that
yeah.
was
Yeah,
where was
yeah, it's was the rebel use in the Swiss in Zurich and Basel. They were maybe you saw those pictures with the Elvis belt buckles
yeah,
with the
they're
chains and
amazing.
all
Yeah,
that stuff. It's pretty
so
amazing, yeah. It's the
someone
biker
told me that they
clubs.
were okay. Someone told me they were
Yeah.
male prostitutes also at that
Yeah,
time.
they were, that's tight jeans, and so they sold themselves. Of course, they were completely outsiders in Switzerland. Switzerland was very conservative, super square, but one of those guys was Tino, and they had biker gangs, and Tino, one of those punk guys, he went to Los Angeles, to the West Coast to meet the
Los
Hells
Angeles.
Angels. Yeah,
Wow.
we're back. So he met the Hells Angels. So he wanted to form as well Hells Angels Switzerland,
Ah,
and so he got in this all the fights, with the Hells Angels in Los Angeles. So, but they told him in Los Angeles that he can form Hells Angels Switzerland. So actually,
wow.
there
Yeah,
was
have
And
you have you read enough about it to know why someone from Switzerland would be interested in Los Angeles Hells Angels?
because it's very rebel. So super back in the days was quite amazing. Those
the one percenters. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a pretty impressive movement. This
This
and
this
so
is a
Switzerland was the first Hells Angels club outside of Los Angeles,
Wow. Wow. I didn't know that.
amazing.
except Los Angeles. Yeah,
This is actually good for an American to be on the show, because it's like when you grow up in the environment and then like seeing other people's perspective, it's actually kind of like, I don't know, it's like
One of my
wait,
best
this
friends, he was going out with a girl who's a daughter of a biker club, and one of the things that her parents would do at parties was put Saran wrap on the toilet bowl, so when someone would take a shit, they would just like be all over their ass. So I really I relate to that
That's so
mentality.
Canadian. That's so Canadian.
It's so Canadian, eh? Fuck.
No, it for sure is. Canadians are the comedians of the world.
Do you remember?
It's
Do you
true.
remember?
It's true.
Actually, the Swiss are the Canadians of Europe, actually. But
Yeah, makes sense.
I had a friend from North Carolina, and he was telling me that he was a bit older than I was, and he told me that 2 moments in his life when he witnessed the biggest explosion of energy he'd ever seen on stage or off was the first one was HR from Bad Brains. They had in the early '80s they had played a show there, and he was like 60 in the audience, and he watched when they started making noise, and HR like just got really down low, with the microphone, and just went like, and he said that like he had never seen an explosion like that. And the other time that he saw that explosion was when Gigi Allen went on stage and he gave himself an enema in front of everyone in the concert, and then just
Did it do
squatted and had
anything?
this gigantic diarrhea like shit all over the stage.
Hey,
So-
it helped. It helped him release his like pent up
I'm-
bowel.
Yeah, I mean, it cleans you out. But but you know, the fact is that Gigi Allen was arrested for setting his girlfriend on fire. So you know, he wasn't really a nice guy.
Yeah. He's
But
not.
I'm
He's
just-
not a nice guy.
He's not a nice guy. You know, he had some problems. He had some problems. But
Yes,
man, I
he has a
want
little bit of a fucky problem.
B-Man, I want to ask you, what was the first thing that sparked you, like, in a live show? Or, like, did you see something that was just like, oh, my God, I have this? Like,
I want to do that or so, or what?
yeah, I mean, what was,
Yeah.
did you ever see, what was the first thing that made you realize that, oh, man, I want to be on stage and I want to do crazy shit? Like, what was did you have an inspiring moment where you saw an artist or something like that, or anything?
Yeah, I saw Einstürzen Neubauten in the early 80s. And for me, when I saw that, it was like, that's what I want to do. That's,
Yeah.
you know, I was listening to rock and roll back then, but Einstürzen Neubauten, this is so impressive. So, you know, you destroy to create something new. For me, this was it. I want to do that. Nothing else. That's it.
Did you?
In America, we
there's
call him Eisenstein Neubauten.
Eisenstein. There's actually a wonderful documentary that just came out recently.
Eisenstein Neubauten.
It's called
That's the
Desolation.
American
Desolation Center or something like that. I can't remember the name of the documentary, but it's about when a bunch of punk bands in LA they set up a concert in the desert, and they had a school bus where they filled all these punks up, and they drove down there. I actually invited Einstürzen Neubauten to that performance, and they had a guy. Kind of like the Mutoid Waste dudes, you know, he would make these machines that would explode and like have gunshots coming out of these machines. And what they did was when Einstürzen Neubauten played, they launched a giant metal disc into the audience, but like just above their heads. And the thing was that this shit was so dangerous that had they miscalculated a little bit, they would have just decapitated the audience.
What's the Zeppelin in America that like blew up? Was it American?
But it was
American. It was an American artist.
But stuff like that was very common in the industrial scene. I saw hammers flying over the head, and my friend who plays in Herpes Deluxe, this industrial band they had in the early 80s, he had a gun and he shot with the gun over the head of the people. You know, this is like you could not do that today, not at all, something like that. But back in the days was for like, what the fuck?
Yeah, totally.
It's amazing.
But were you inspired by industrial music?
Totally, totally.
Yeah, same. Me too.
Yeah,
I was.
yeah.
I moved to Chicago for industrial music.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. That's how you say it when you live there, you know.
How many fucking hot dogs do you ever eat in Chicago? Hey,
hey, this many. No, industrial music was super big in Berlin and Chicago. It was like the fucking thing in the late 80s and early 90s.
Canada also, we had Skinny Puppy.
Yeah, Canada, Skinny Puppy.
Like, yeah.
The godfathers of industrial.
I remember when I was a teenager and like listening to stuff like Skinny Puppy or even Ministry, you know,
Ministry,
and like
Chicago. Sorry.
Lard, you know, like I remember
My Life is a Social Call. Remember that band?
Yes. Yeah, industrial music I think is incredible. I mean,
I love it.
I just love any kind of music that when you see it live,
it's weird.
You're kind of scared. You're scared and you're wondering what the fuck is gonna happen.
Underground film. They always sample underground film. Like everything in their music is sampling underground movies, like live sex on stage and fucking hammered in like bass and like rock and roll.
I have a very nice story about live sex on stage. I played in Brazil with Mark Sultan, and we played at a
and you guys fucked?
No, we played at a gay club, and we were on stage, and at one point I was like, hey, everyone, give us all your drugs. And so these people were just coming up on stage and dumping cocaine
Hey,
all over the
everyone.
amplifiers. And like, and it got really, it got crazy. And then the couple that we were staying with, the wife was a kind of like the Charles Bukowski of she was a writer, and she wrote all this like really decadent literature in Brazil. And so
one more
she
beer and I'll take you all on.
she grabbed her boyfriend and she like got him on stage, and during Shake It Real Low she started giving him a blowjob on stage. And the funniest thing was that he was just terrified. Like the look on his face was not of ecstasy; it was of fear. And I don't think like, I mean, I could see it right in front of me, so like I don't think he wasn't able to get the erection, you know. And but she was just like trying.
As a woman, and you're looking up. Remember we did the eating pussy face?
This one.
But as a woman, you're looking up and you just see this. You see this. Yeah. If someone's sucking your dick and you see this. It's not good. That means like.
Oh man.
That means take your latch off.
Well, the thing was that she was smiling, so it was all teeth anyways. It was just like.
Yeah, good. I love smiling.
It was. I think she shaved at least. Speaking of punash, I remember that.
Punash, that's an Indian dish.
It is that actual moment when we met Paris Hilton. I put my hand on her back, right?
And you made curry.
No, but I swear, I kid you not. Her skin felt like a very expensive leather purse.
Yeah, right. That was all in your head.
Man, you know, it was like touching what I would imagine, you know, some like very expensive leather purse was.
Wait, man, you know who Paris Hilton is?
I never heard of that. The Paris what?
No,
yeah,
he stayed at the Hilton in Paris. Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking?
I did. I went into the Hilton.
So, when you stay there, were the sheets like leather purses?
I mean, you know, I don't think Paris Hilton has done any kind of physical exercise ever in her life, because she's just.
What does she do?
I think they immerse her in a pit of Vaseline, right? And that's where she gets that glow from. You know, it's just like it's yeah, she has a soul glow of a jar of Vaseline and some very designer skin.
Hey,
actually.
wait, the red cup though.
The red cup. You know what I love? Plaster of Paris.
No,
the party cup. Yeah, we were playing beer pong with Paris. Paris Hilton is quite a useless character in the world of Hollywood. What do you think about Hollywood?
Oh fuck! No, horrible. No.
That's right. Beautiful.
Oh, there you go. That's the next president of the United States, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Kanye with a KKK Kanye.
No, that's the LA I hate. So I'm sorry. I love Los Angeles a lot, but I can't stand that.
I'm LA.
You know what? I had a wonderful experience. The last time I was in Los Angeles, I was staying with JD and Kathy from the Death Museum.
Yeah.
And if you're in Los Angeles, you have to check out the Death Museum. They have some of the most darkest shit I've ever seen. And I was hanging out with them, and JD was like, here, hold this, and it was a papier-mâché spider, right? It was like this big, and I was holding it, and I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was just like, what is this thing? And no, a little bit different from that. It was a papier-mâché spider, and it turned out that it was made by Charles Manson with his like semen and spit.
With a motorcycle and a sleeping bag.
Oh man. I was touching his biology. It was terrible.
Oh,
there was pubic hair and art. You know, I finally leave it to Charles Manson to finally combine semen, pubic hair, and papier-mâché in a warm embrace. You know. Speaking of like crazy art, Beat-Man, there's fucking tons of crazy art. Janosch, your buddy. Your brother, you know, does some pretty nutty kind of art. Have you ever seen any kind of Have you ever seen like performance art that really like you remember, or something that was really inspiring?
Yes, yes, it was. Yeah. Also, I was also in Bern. It was art from Mike Reber, and he had a pig. So
a real pig.
A real pig. So he killed it, skinned it, and put the pig on him and walked around with the pig skin. So.
Wow.
That was
that sounds like the Actionists or something.
Yeah. That was pretty insane. So I never saw something like that.
Wow. I remember I was always really inspired by the Viennese Actionists, and I forget Hermann Nitsch. And I'd heard about he did these performances also with like live pig or like dead animals, and like mixing paint and like doing this kind of like total kind of crazy ritual. And there was actually one of the artists from that Actionist group. His final performance was he invited everyone from the Actionist to come meet him at some tower, and his final performance was he just jumped off and killed himself.
Wow. Okay.
So I think I like it. I love art that blurs the lines. It blurs the lines between death and life.
We're always riding that snake, black snake.
Yes, you got to keep riding that snake. Okay, we're gonna have a little break right now, and we're gonna go back into the self-deprivation tank of Jeff Clark, and he has done a tribute to Werther's candies. Werther's candies is one of my favorite candies.
Is it the originals?
What's that?
Is
the
it
originals.
The originals? Okay.
Werther's originals. We're not sponsored by anyone, but I will tell you that I have enjoyed sucking on Werther's originals all my life. All my life. And here we go. So let's see Jeff Clark in the self-deprivation tank. Let's go into his mind. Here we go.
Grandmama, the Werthers, Grandmama. Not before dinner. The Werthers, Grandmama. Not before dinner. Werthers. Grandmama. Why, Grandmama? Grandmama. Dinner. But the Werthers, Grandmama. The Werthers. Not before dinner. Not before dinner. Grandmama. Please, Grandmama. I want to Werthers. Not before dinner. Grandmama, but I have a Werther's. Not before dinner. But I want one, Grandmama. But I want one, Grandmama. Don't tell your mother. Grandmama, but I have a Werther's. I want a Werther's, Grandmama. But I want one, Grandmama. I want one. Not before dinner. Don't tell your mother. Grandmama, I want two Werther's, Grandmama. Not before dinner. Never Werther's, Grandmama. Not before dinner. Never Werther's, Grandmama. But I want one, Grandmama. Not before dinner. Grandmama, but I want one. Don't tell your mother. Oh, thank you, Grandmama.
Oh, Alice. We are all here at the museum waiting for your return.
Yes, we are back.
I made that for Eris when him and I went on a vacation to Mexico City.
Yes, we were deep in Palenque and in the jungles of Mexico.
I took one of the relics and like I was like on my plane back to LA. I was like, oh, Eris, you are at the museum. Would you like anything in return?
You know what? I'm actually really amazed in Mexico. I mean, the last time I played there with King Khan and Barbecue, we played with the Mummies and the Gories too. And man, there was 2,000 Mexican kids just freaking out, having a party.
The fuck out.
And it's an amazing place.
It's beautiful.
It's incredible. And actually, we have Pete actually moved down there and bought a house, I think. So
thank you, Pete. Pete?
Yeah,
are
I
you
want to
here?
say hi to all the Mexicans out there. We hope you're watching the show.
But Pete is definitely not a Mexican. Let's put that record straight.
Yeah. Pete is as
He's-
about
he's
as
Reno stock.
Italian. He's as Italian as sausage.
I've never had a sausage, so I have nothing. I don't know.
Oh my
anything about
God,
it.
you've never had a sausage?
What, Jenny?
No.
So tell me, B-Man, what's in store for Voodoo Rhythm? What do you got cooking in the kitchen?
A couple of releases. Alco Tekoritiemi is a Japanese guy, kind of experimental music. Then I have Honshu Wolves from the
Oh, right.
Zafaraya. Yeah, from the Zafaraya. It's like psychedelic girl stuff. So, and the new Monsters album we just recorded, and we have to put it out, and many other stuff. Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Cool,
I was so stoked for the new
Yeah, I'm working on a Bad Mojo's album. It's like a punk rock band. Penkovsky, it's like a new wave band.
I have to say, I'm gonna be like totally frank and like honest.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, don't call me Shirley. But I will say that
Surely you don't mean that.
I do actually. Beat-Man is one of the best rockers of all time, and he brings people to church when he fucking spouts his fucking rhythm and blues in the trash, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you like it. It demands attention.
Are you secretly drinking when during the commercial breaks? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm the lunch.
I think that we're gonna get a breathalyzer test attached to your computer next time, so you have to blow into a straw or do something like. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Black masses. Donna.
Wow. Cool. So you got some good stuff cooking up, and what do you miss right now the most? Where you are? Is there something that you really?
Yeah, of course, touring. I cannot tour. I do like 200 shows a year, and now it's kind of to almost nothing. It's
quite
my
scary.
life is touring on the world. So yeah, around the world, everywhere. I play everywhere. I miss that a lot. That's my life. So who cares? So I'm recording now, writing stuff, and petting my cat.
Can I ask you, Beat-Man, where do you think you'd go next after
making love with my girlfriend?
All right.
Hey, post a picture of his girlfriend. It's a dolphin.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
there's some pussies. There we go.
Wait, are you single?
No.
I'm the girl, so I have to ask that.
I'm not. No.
You're taken.
Yeah.
So everyone,
all right. That's great news.
Yes, love is beautiful.
Is she Swiss?
No.
She's Swiss. She has a lot of holes
Where's she
in her.
from? Where's she from?
I don't tell you. It's private.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah,
Is she inflatable? Is there an inflatable?
Yeah,
does she have like?
I see a lot of holes in this story.
There's a lot of holes in the wall, actually.
I got bad connection at shit.
Beat-Man was the first man to actually marry a glory hole.
Yeah.
She wasn't glorious. It was just a hole.
No, her name was Gloria.
That's her. That's her.
That's her. We knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
I
Actually,
love you, Beat-Man.
I meet Lindsay Lohan every glory hole I meet. It's always Lindsay Lohan behind it. I'm pretty sure.
There's
I'm
always
not
a Lindsay Lohan
exactly sure.
behind your glory hole.
Yeah, glory. She's a glory hole for the universe.
Glory hole.
Glory.
G-L-O-R-Y-H-O-L-E. Hey. G-L-O-R-Y-H-O-L-E. Glory hole.
Hey, B-Man, have you got a song in you? Can you play us a song?
Yes.
With the guitar?
Yes, he can.
I can play a gospel song, huh?
Yes, please.
they banned me from the internet. Well, they banned me from the internet. Well, they banned me from the internet because I post a picture of you. They blocked me from Facebook. Yeah, they blocked me from Instagram. Well, they blocked me from Twitter too because I post a picture of you. It shows you how you really are. I took it with my own camera. It shows you in a natural pose. Well, the one from behind, I suppose, blocked me from the internet. Well, it blocked me from the internet. Well, it blocked me from the internet because I post a picture of you. Because I post a picture of you. Because I post a picture of you.
Woo! That's wonderful. Oh, we got a special guest coming on here.
Hey, it's like George Carlos.
Whiten, can you tell?
Did you whiten your teeth?
Wow.
I have my teeth whitened.
Nadim, for people who don't know who Nadim is, Nadim is Tandoori Night. Nadim, actually, when we took him on tour, we made sure that a doctor wired his jaw shut because he was
too talkative.
He was talking too much. Tell us, Nadim, how are you?
I'm good, man. Life is good. We're having a family meeting about what we're going to do with all our money.
Hey, can you put in a hat? Some of it comes to Jenny.
What do you want me to do, Jenny? What did you say? Hat?
A hat. Do you know those? It's a reference to something you put on your head.
Oh, what do you?
Oh, you know who that was? Hat? You know who that was? Put that back on there.
Hat lady.
That's that's a friend I actually made from. I met her with you at the Melt. Oh wait, what was it? That crazy thing, Melt Asia.
The crazy thing at Melt Asia.
Oh, yeah,
that's European and Asians going together. Melt Asia.
Anyway,
how is Orlando? Are you drinking 0% beer? It's refreshing. Oh my God, you've driven.
Yeah, Jenny is crazy.
Jenny insane. Nadim,
boring life.
Nadim,
I will still do drugs though.
Uh-oh, what happened here?
He said, are you drinking 0% beer?
Nadim, can we talk about an incident in Toronto? An incident in Toronto where we had been on tour for like a month in an RV, and the rule was that we weren't allowed to shit in the RV, but apparently me and Josh Johnson were shitting in it the whole time. I just remember a river of shit flowing out of our RV while it was raining in downtown Toronto. Do you remember this?
Yes, but it was. I meant well. It wasn't like I meant. I didn't want to hurt anybody, but it just did the time.
You took the whole brown trash thing very seriously.
Wait. Hey, Nadine's been at my house, and his wife spilled red wine in that carpet.
And Nadim, how is Orlando? Are you guys are you masking up? Are you protesting with the Nazi hippies?
There's no tourists here. Our business sucks, but it's all right. We'll live. We'll make it. We'll be all right. It's Orlando. I'm missing the fireworks from the back of our house every night.
Chinese crowded elevator smell different than midget.
Let me do it one more time.
Chinese say crowded elevator smell different than midget.
He said, okay, let me translate. Chinese say that the elephant doesn't smell different than midgets.
Elephant doesn't sound different. Okay.
That's Q&A.
Chinese
Did
say
he say-
crowded elevator smell different to midget.
Oh, crowded elevator.
Oh,
What? A crowded elevator.
Oh, so now we're getting spiritual. Crowded elevator.
You're not
Crowded
supposed to say
elevator.
midgets anymore, by the way. It's not midgets. Come
No,
on.
tell Screaming Jay that. He
2020 for crying for
Nadim,
fuck's sake.
Nadim, have you ever been to Disneyland on acid?
Yes, I have.
And how was it?
Well, I mean, what was his name? The Michael Jackson. It was actually at Epcot, and Michael Jackson used to actually have a thing called. His name was. What was his name? Hold on a second. Let me ask them. What was Michael Jackson's thing at Epcot?
So let's get funky.
What? Captain EO. Yeah, he was called Captain EO. It was Michael Jackson. He had a.
I'm telling you honestly, I true. I was there. I seen it.
Well, I can't hear what the fuck he's saying. Jenny, put down the fucking whiskey, man.
I'm not even drinking.
I'm just kidding.
It's
I'm
not
kidding.
me.
No, wait, Nadim, tell us about Epcot Center on acid.
So yeah, it was, and then it turned into Ellen's Energy Dome, an Ellen DeGeneres themed show, and that's gone now too. So
Ellen DeGeneres, how come she didn't change her name to Degenerate? I think that could be a really good punk.
There's still time.
There is still time. Ellen DeGenerate and the Useless Eaters. That would be a great. Maybe Beat-Man could put it out actually. You know, on his label.
Carpet Munchers.
On a cassette.
Right.
I feel like Degenerate channels into punks as degenerate. Like period. That's how the go-to.
I feel like the whole conversation has degenerated since we invited Nadim Khan over here.
Hey guys, I have a problem. I have like 1% akku anyway, so I think I have to split. I have to split.
Should you do Celebrity Ghost?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna do the tarot cards for Nadim Khan then, and we want to say thank you, Beat-Man.
Yeah. Hey,
Beat-Man,
thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you. And
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bobby, I want you to meet my colleague, Dr. Hamilton.
And I'd like you to get the fuck out of here.
It's all
Get out of here. Get out of my room. Get out of here, bitch. Get out of here.
Yes. All right, Nadim, are you ready to do some tarot cards?
It's very. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right.
So I need you to give me three numbers from 1 to 22. Three numbers. Can you hear me? Yeah, 1 to 22. Yeah.
Yeah, from 1 to 22. Okay, how about 7?
7.
11. 11.
Yep.
Just like the convenience store.
Right.
And
Are
also
also what?
19.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. Oh, there's David Cross with his favorite cards. All right. Okay, so the first card you drew is Tina Turner, which is number 11.
Cool.
Now this card, this is a very interesting card. It has two very specific meanings. One is that you have courage to stick your head into the lion's mouth, but the other meaning is actually letting the beast inside of you speak. So you're softly caressing the lips of the lion inside of you as it speaks, and I mean, you are a very courageous person. I've seen your incredible legs. You have some of the sexiest legs in rock and roll. So the second card that you got, look at those calves. Oh, I you know what? It looks like a hairless cat.
I would just as soon be in bed with a buzzard.
All right, the second card that you chose. The second card you chose is the number 8. Number 8. The Eartha Kitt.
These are not the numbers. These are not the
Catwoman.
numbers I chose.
No, but you chose the cards, and
Oh,
those when I flip them, that's
okay.
the number. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
So you chose Eartha Kitt. This is a card about justice, and here you see Eartha is holding in one hand the scales of justice, which means that you care about doing right and doing what's good for humanity. But on the other hand, you have a double-edged sword, which shows that you have the power to hurt or heal with the same intensity with your words. The Ghost of Screaming Jay is really is like on fire right now, and I just want to show you what my butthole looks like.
Ooh.
I'm telling you an honest truth. I was there. I seen it.
Now the last you got is the Pope. The Pope, the number 5. And this is Johnny L. Jones. Are you familiar with Reverend Johnny L. Jones?
I am not, no.
You should check him out, and all you viewers out there, you should check him out. Johnny L. Jones was also known as the hurricane that hit Atlanta. And he was an incredible preacher and reverend. There he is. And you see, what's really interesting about this card is that he's got 2 children caressing his legs there. You see that?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Yes, and that,
I was there. I seen
it. Here he is staring at his blue hand, which is the dead hand, which is holding the cross, and on his other hand, he's fixing his tie. So this is the card about having the power of the gospel, the power to influence people to do your bidding, but not necessarily knowing what you're talking about. And that actually does apply to you in many ways. I've seen you talk many tongues, talk in tongues. You talk gibberish. We can see Hindi and Urdu. You're a man of many languages.
Forces, busted, wide apart. Be gentle with a cruel smile.
So when you put the cards together, you get a quite nice little assortment here. Now you see, in the middle you have justice, right? And on the 2 sides, on one side you have strength, power, lust, and on the other side is you look at the preacher. He's looking the other way. He's not paying attention to justice. He's paying attention to something else. So it seems that in your trying to be just, part of you is concerned about taking risks and speaking with the beast inside, and the spiritual part of you is actually looking completely in the other direction. So does that resonate with you at all, Nadim?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all oddly accurate, and I'm a very skeptical person. And
right.
I mean, I've already told you I'm a skeptic, but yeah, there's something to be said about what you just told me.
Do you find yourself in a situation now that you have to take a risk? You have to put your head in the lion's mouth?
I do, yeah. No, I mean, my whole life is in flux right now. So there's going to be some changes, but we're also going to do some things for the betterment of others, and not just for ourselves.
Right,
think about
and
my
that's
shirt.
What is this? FAP? What is FAP?
FAP van. This is a FAP van that my friend blew up. It's immaterial. It doesn't really matter. It's not really germane to this conversation, but I just wanted to show you my shirt.
Oh, there we have a nice little Melvin Van Peebles and John B. Smith from the Invaders. A little Black Power explosion. What do you think about Black Power in Nadim right now? Do you see Black Power exploding in Florida right now, and people organizing and protesting and?
Yeah, no, not so much in Florida, but there are people who are active, but black people just don't have power, man. I mean, what power?
Oh my God! Look, there's evil white laughter in the air. That's scary. No, but you're right. I mean, is
in
Florida?
the grand scheme, what
Uh-huh.
power do black people have? I mean, there's pockets of power, but what I wish they had power. I don't even know what to say. I mean, we're so far from equality, from anything that can be called. This country's fucked, man.
Yes,
I mean,
but
I hate
what
to
we're
say
trying
it.
to do.
Hey!
A lot fucking wrong with it.
It's time
I mean,
this.
I think that there is going to be a rise of black power in all over. I mean, I've always thought that black power is something that exists. I mean, it's not. It's to help the general good of poor people, and to do be able to work without any kind of assistance from the evil government. You got people that are organizing, help for people who need it, within their own means. But you don't see any of that in Florida?
But well, can I interject just for a moment? Like black power is the love that you see around you. It's like it's beyond any topic. It's fucking I love you. Fucking love you. It's just fucking powerful that you are, and that is it. There's no government that can control that. It's like I love you. You're black. Fucking love you. Hell yeah. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's that.
I mean, but Florida is a pretty strange place for in America, isn't it? Isn't it like kind of its own very weird kind of reality?
It's like the South. But
Florida is Florida weirdness. I mean, weirdness comes out of Florida's asshole. Like, I mean, it's just a weird place, and I don't know why. Because we are.
It's unique because it's Caribbean. It's Caribbean. It's Caribbean and Midwest and Southern. That's and one little penis.
I heard that actually Florida the Republicans won with such a small amount of people, like small amount of votes, like literally like 30, 40 or something like that. People were like pretty shocked at how close the race is over there.
They didn't win. They didn't win the popular vote. They won because of the electoral college.
Right. Okay.
That's my vote. My vote is worth. I mean, somebody from fucking Idaho, their vote is worth 75% more than mine. That's bullshit, man.
I know.
So Nadim is American, but you're the first American on this show, by the way, other than me. And to talk about politics,
that would make him the second American on the show.
You're an American, aren't you, Jenny?
Pete. But Pete's in Mexico.
Oh, Pete.
So he doesn't have a voice, so fuck Pete. How do we do that? Can we do that? Fuck Pete.
Come on, don't fuck Pete.
I love Pete. Are you kidding me? I love Pete. He's my favorite person in the world. But I will say that Nadim reminds me a lot of the unknown of what's going to happen in America. It's like he's literally on the other side of the country, but him and I are both rock and roll punkers or whatever. But
okay, we're gonna wrap up this. I'm gonna thank you, Nadim, for coming on and give my love to your family.
Love you all.
And yeah, we're gonna be broadcasting next week on again. Brand new host, and I'm gonna do last thing now, and I'm gonna do a general tarot card reading for all of our viewers out there. Something to think about as we go on with the world, right? I'm gonna mix these cards, and okay, here we go. So the card I got here, Tina Turner again. So all you people out there, remember that you have the power. You have all the strength to take risks, to speak from the beast of you. Don't be afraid to listen to the internal lion, the Lion of Zion. The next card, the Moon. Now this is a very this card, Beat-Man card. This card is about the schizophrenia of the world that's going on right now. You know, we know that you're being, you know, thrust into a roller coaster of happiness and sadness all at the same time. So you have to keep your head above waters. Enjoy the nighttime. Howl at the moon with your favorite people. Enjoy the strange creatures that lurk and crawl out. The H.P. Lovecraft things that are lurking in the forest. And the last card we got here is Judgment. Now this is card number 20. This card, you got Erykah Badu in here and Andre 3000. And if you look in the middle of the card, there is a creature that's being resurrected and reborn. That creature is actually both man and, so it's supposed to represent the androgynous super being. Now this card of Judgment, which is right before the card of the world, is said to be the one of the most powerful cards of the tarot because it represents the whole journey that you've gone through in your path of illumination. And the concentration of power in this card is about finding the androgynous super being that you can think of basically when you have gone through a huge process in your life, and now you're finally able to sexuality and think from a superior androgynous being's point of view. And that's a beautiful card to end our wonderful first episode of Tarot-Rism. I want to thank all the people out there who came on the show. The Dolphin Boy, the legendary and wonderful Beat-Man, our wonderful co-host Jenny Messah, and I want to tell you all out there that time has come to choose wisely and follow that path of illumination. And yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. We're gonna say thank you to Pietro. Pietro, come on here. What are you doing out there?
Oh, goddamn! I'm doing fucking.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Oh, this is embarrassing.
Pietro, oh my God!
This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Oh God.
Jesus.
Hey, how the show went great, man. I really digged it, man.
I think we had a pretty good run.
I think we had a great run.
Next week we're gonna have more celebrity ghosts and a special unknown guest right now. We're gonna peer into the future and pull out someone unique and wonderful. And you, Pietro, we had a great time, and I believe that's all, folks. Jenny,
hey,
we're signing off.
Goodbye, everybody.
Come on, put her back.
That's all, folks. Bless you.
Don't forget to take your medicine, kids.
Oh yes, thank you.
Take your Manson, kids.
And we'd like to thank the Flaming Asshole.
Oh, we haven't gotten to him yet. He's gonna show up later. He's cool.
Hi, everybody. Please, does anyone have any preparation H? I just need to cool down. I just need to cool down.
Rub it on your, you know.
All right, let's roll the. We got a special little credit roll coming out, and that's a wrap. I believe.
Jenny, hello, goodbye. I'm gone. Here we go. One.
Hello, goodbye. I'm gone. What you did to me. Hello, goodbye. I'm gone. Hello, goodbye. I'm gone. She said to me, I'm moving from Nashville straight out of Tennessee. Woo! Hello, goodbye, I'm gone, gone, gone. That girl sent me a love letter and now I made it a song. Hello, goodbye, I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm gone to Tennessee. See you later, Sean. All right. Hello, goodbye, I'm gone, gone, gone. I don't need to write a letter. You know where I'm at. Your name is Sean. Oh, shit. Goodbye, I'm gone, gone, gone. I don't need to write no letter. You know where I'm at. Your name is Sean. I said I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone. You said, I said, hello, goodbye, hello, hello, goodbye. Look over here. I'm gone, gone, gone. I wrote you a letter for the same old song.
Hello, goodbye, I'm gone, gone, gone. Well, I wrote you a letter last summer. Maybe you'll find me when I'm home.
I'll meet your family when I'm home. Here we go, George Strait.
Oh, Alice. We are all here at the museum waiting for your return.